Hello everyone, Minky here with the next part of Let's Play Pokemon Sword and Shield. Today is currently the 27th of September 2025, so it's a bit earlier than I expected to start recording it. Well, it's a lot earlier than I expected to start recording, to be honest. Yeah, I hope you saw that as well, by the way. I'm playing Sword in a minute. I didn't leave it on screen for very long. But yeah, I'm playing Pokemon Sword in a minute, as you can probably tell by my character. But the reason why I'm recording this so early is because, like, for one, like, particularly the main reason is just that there's something in BDSP that I need to do. If you will, I need to record I need to record the next part of the BDSP ACP run. Otherwise, I can't make the teams for this game, if you will. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could in a way, but I can't really. No, I can't because, to be fair, the way I was thinking it would work is that, in BDSP, well basically put, I won't say it here, but basically put, at this current moment in time, in terms of BDSP's plot and whatnot, I currently can't make the BDSP team. I just can't do them at the moment. I can't make those teams. So, that's why I'm going to record part 6 for BDSP, because I want to, get myself access. But in order to get myself access to making this team, essentially, I need to do a bit more progress. Progress that I need to record. That's basically what it is. And the reason why I'm going to record this video and also the one for SwSh is simply because I like to keep them kind of in sync with one another. At least for now. So, that's why I'm doing it like this, if you will. So, now, here we have some more Poké jobs. We have 4 now, actually. Wow, they each require 3 Pokemon each. So let's see what we can have. So this one, knowledgeable about such things. Okay, I guess I don't know what that is, because it's like either water types or psychic types. I would probably say water types, to be fair. Oh yeah, I also got all the other boxes because I connected to Pokemon Home on this account. So that's how you get all the boxes. Is like there's 2 ways to get it. Either one, connect to Pokemon Home, and it'll give you all 31 boxes. It won't give you the 32nd box until much later on in the game, which we'll obviously get to at some point in like a few thousand years. And and the other way is to, like, say, like, so you start with 8 boxes at first, right? The way you do it at first is you get 1 Pokemon, you can just put 1 in box 1, 1 in box 2, 1 in box 3, etc, etc. Put 1 each in each of the 8 boxes, 1 or more, anyway, I should say, in each of the 8 boxes, and it will give you the next 8. So up to box 16, and I think it will be like that for all cases. So if you put, if you have 16 Pokemon in the box and you put them one Pokemon per box, you'll get the next 8, so you get up to box 24, and you put 1 each in them, and then now you've got, and it's got to be like 1 Pokemon in each box. It can't be like just 1 Pokemon in the next 8 boxes. I think it's genuinely got to be 1 Pokemon in each of the boxes. So in this case, we're going to get 24 Pokemon to put in the boxes, or 25, because you need 1 for your team as well, obviously, and then I'll give you the last 31, or your last 7, and then obviously to get the very last box, that's later on. So yeah, that's what that is. Okay, so I'm gonna guess water types for this one. I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to send in all my Pokemon. In fact, let's not do that just yet. Watch this. Well, they outright say dark types for this one. Fighting type and poison type. So I might as well do at least something for this. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know who I want to train though on my team, because I do want to have someone on my team. Preferably 5 team members as well, to be fair, but should I take? I will. I will take Gallarpo, because I might as well. Who else do I want? Definitely Sixagoon. Grubbin, I guess. This isn't my team, by the way. I'm not making a team or anything. I'm just going for Pokemon that I kind of want on my team, if you will. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I might as well take Rolts with me. Because then at least I'm getting 6 team members, you know? Whereas with this, like, sure, yeah, between them, they all want 12 Pokemon altogether, but I'm gonna separate them, if you will. Because, like, obviously, like, you know, it'd just be nice, if you will, to separate them, if you will, get more Pokejobs done, if you will. Anyway, so this one wants Dark types. So obviously, you can go for Nickit, which is the only Dark type we have, apart from Zigzagoon, because Galarian and Zigzagoon even, they're Dark type as well, but I'm keeping them on my team because they have pickup. So, that's why I've got them. And yeah, I'm sending for 24 hours, because that's the most you can send for, unfortunately. Like, I'd love to send for more, I'd love to send for a longer time. Like I said, it'd be nice if you could go up for 72 hours, but... yeah. Especially since I don't even know how much I'm going to be doing this, to be honest, between recordings or whatever, you know? So... I mean, it's just free experience points as well, isn't it? Right, so fighting and poison type. We don't really have any fighting types or poison types. So we can't really... you know, do that, if you will. Yeah, we can't really do that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send C-Dot to this one. I probably should have sent C-Dot to the other one, actually, because they do evolve into a Dark type, which probably means nothing, but, you know, it's just... I don't know. It might have been something, I don't know, and then I could have had one Pokemon each for these last 2 jobs. Oh well. And who knows, maybe I'll get more Pokemon in the future that will help out for Pokejobs, or not just in the future, but in this part as well. I don't know, we'll see. So, now another thing I want to go over as well. Now, I've obviously done my design here. What I want to do is, I want to, once we got enough money and whatnot for it, I'm going to actually change both this file, this is a sword file, into like a blue costume, if you will, to represent, like, you know, sword, you know, so because obviously sword is blue, and then on the shield file I'm going to turn it red, if you will. I'm going to have a red design to represent being shield, if you will, to make things a bit easier to keep up with, if you will, because then you've got kind of like a visual representation of what's going on, if you will. Oh yeah, we have access to this area. Did I even come here? Oh, it did. Wow. On this file. I thought it was the other file for some reason, but oh well. Yeah, we can't fly here, unfortunately. In order to get here again, we have to fly here. Specifically, we have to fly here and then take the thingamajig again. Take the train station. But what I want to do instead, I actually want to fly here. So, the reason why is because I forgot this behind here. I've just realised that earlier today. Is that we can get TM57 payback, which is so nice. Such a nice TM. Especially this early on as well. I mean, we could only teach the 6 again, of course, but... you know, it's at least something, isn't it? Now, another thing I should show off, I think, is also... something else, which I'll go back anyway. I'll make my way back, and maybe we'll find some Zigzagoons, because I did see one earlier on this route. I tried to catch them, but I couldn't because it was in a different file. I couldn't really train, so you know, I don't know if that was a Zigzagoon or not. I couldn't see quite, but anyway. But yeah, I'm coming back here because there is something I want to show off as well. So we'll obviously see that. Well, we can show this off. Show Nickit again. And hopefully, maybe capture them, because that might be nice. I mean, probably not, considering that we are kind of powerful already. I mean, we'll see, I guess, but... yeah, alright, never mind. It's because, like, when you've got brilliant Pokemon like that, ones that give you watts like this, they'll still give you watts regardless of how you take them out, just as long as you take them out or you beat them or whatever. But if you catch them as well, which still gives you watts, if you catch them, they actually might have like an egg move or something prematurely, if you will, which is really nice, especially since you can remember egg moves as well when you've already learned them, so that's really nice. Now, I want to point this out, is that I think this isn't daily, because I haven't loaded up this file at all today, outside of right now, and I haven't come here, so I don't think this is daily. So, if I did say that was daily, my apologies for getting that wrong, but yeah, I've at least corrected myself now, if anything. I guess. That's at least something. Oh, that's another thing, actually. How many of those do I have now? Because I think I missed those in the earlier file. Not the earlier file, I mean in okay, oh, no, I did miss them, okay. Okay, I did miss them, so let me go find them. Because I know there's some Pokédolls you can get pretty early on. And they're really useful for getting away if you really need to. And then, once I show them off, it will then allow me to just use them, if you will, if I really need to, obviously. Obviously, oh yeah, so obviously here as well we've got the Wild Area Station, which is where we want to go to, the Motostoke Station, which is what we intended to go to, but we had to go to Wild Area instead because of Wooloo, the Armor Station, which is obviously DLC Area 1, and the Crown Tundra, which is DLC Area 2, which I don't even know, have we even been there yet? I'm going copyright in the decks, I don't know, was it this file? I can't remember, man. But, what I can do is I can check. Okay, we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, peonies of a Pokemon, if we wanted them in the decks, as seen, then you would have to train up your Pokemon a lot in order to get to that point, if you will. But, at the same time, it doesn't really matter, if you will. Yeah, we go, this lady here. It doesn't really matter though if you see peonies Pokemon or not, because, or at least I don't think it should anyway, because the idea is that when you're doing the A to P run, you're only doing caught Pokemon. You're not doing it for seen Pokemon. So like if you check the Pokédex, the seen counter doesn't matter. So the number on the right for these three doesn't matter, if you will, or at least it shouldn't matter. I don't think there's anything to suggest that it would matter. Right, it's the numbers on the left that matter, so yeah, we want to fill these up as much as we possibly can, if you will. So, that's the goal of this. Now, I guess it would be nice if we had the bike, which I don't even know when you get that, to be honest, but I'll leave it for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show a bit more of this area off, if you will, but I'm gonna obviously do thingamajig. Oh, another Caterpie. Okay, nice. No, we're good. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and unlock a bit more of the wild area in this part, and then hopefully I'll have enough time to do thingamajig, to do some shield stuff, if you will. Specifically get some of the cutscenes and whatnot in shield that we need to get, that kind of thing. Oh, we actually need a Caterpie in this file as well. Okay, nice. Because didn't we catch them? I know we caught them before. I think we caught them in the shield file. Yeah, and I don't think we really got all that much in the previous save file, to be honest. The one I deleted in the end. But yeah, this is really good. Like I said, it's good for raid, good for money and whatnot as well. Yeah, obviously that's another thing. I was thinking about this the other day. I think it was yesterday. Actually, I was thinking about it. The clothes in the clothes store, they're limited to specifically those specific clothes stores. So, I'm pretty sure that you can't overlap any of them. I'm pretty sure none of them are in 2 different stores or more. So, but even then, if you wanted to, you could collect all the clothes if you wanted to. Obviously, you'd have to grind up a lot of money to do so, because it does cost quite a bit. But you could do that if you wanted to. But just like with Scene Pokemon, that would count as a 101% kind of ASAP run, if you will. So obviously, in that case, you'd have to work on that. But obviously, I don't know, man. Alright, now, actually, a good point I need to bring up is raids. So, with raids, I mentioned before how, like, the pink dens have, like, an increased shiny rate or something. I wasn't quite sure what it was, and I think I said this in part 2, actually. And so my friend KH, she commented on it, saying, like, the raids do this, that, or the other instead, or something. The only thing I can really remember at the moment is that a pink den has an increased chance, or maybe only a chance, of getting the hidden ability, if you will. I think all the raids have a chance of getting you the hidden ability, but I think pink dens give you a higher chance. I'm not quite sure, but obviously I'll check the links she provided, which I'll also link those down below as well, by the way. There'll be some links for them to help explain what to do and whatnot, just to ensure that, that it's there, if you will, That way you can check for yourself, if you need if you want to check and whatnot. Also, actually, another thing as well is that, so obviously we can't, so obviously some of these Pokemon are going to be too strong to catch. In this case, McSharp, they're fine, because it just said a wild McSharp appeared, or something like that, basically, right? It just said that. But if it said a strong McSharp appeared, and in that case, what would happen is that you would not be able to capture that Pokemon. Even if you get to level 100 yourself at this point, you should not be able to catch that Pokemon, even with a Master Ball or anything like that. So that's kind of how they make it so that you're level capped, if you will, in a sense. So, it's a bit funky like that, but yeah, I'll get rid of Tackle for now. Because to be fair, I don't need the PP, the excess PP, but I can always get it back, so. Which that's another thing as well, by the way. Is that, that's one thing I like about these games, by the way, and whatnot. Well, not these games, but games in general. That's one thing I like about games in general, is that, when you can easily just, make use out of pretty much anything. You can make use out of a lot of different moves and whatnot. Like, Tackle in this game is a 35 PP, 40 power, 100 accuracy in this game. That's, now, obviously, yeah, you usually get rid of that later on, like, for moves for just better moves, like Double Kick or Flamethrower, or, Scold, or even Water Gun or Ember generally are better, But, depending on what kind of build you're going for, sometimes it's better to just go for moves like Tackle. Like I said, it's 35 PP, but when you get to a certain point, you might want to EV train your Pokemon, for example. In which case, if you want to EV train, obviously you need to count the number of moves you use and whatnot to help you remember how many Pokemon there are that you've beaten at the moment. So having a higher PP move like Tackle is going to be really useful for that, because it lets you count easier, if you will. Because you don't have to go to the Pokemon Center every 10 moves or so, Especially when it's on, really weak Pokemon. If you come back to the Route 1 or 2 to do your training, your EV training, obviously you're going to have a really powerful Pokemon anyway. In which case, you've already got, because you've already got such a high power Pokemon, Tackle, even if it was 10 power, it's probably enough to take on any Route 1 or 2 Pokemon in one hit. Therefore, Tackle would be better than Flamethrower in that case. Because even though it's got less PP, less power in this case, it's got more PP. and it's got 100 accuracy, so obviously in that case it's like, it's better because it still gets the job done, you know, but regardless of how weak it is compared to Flamethrower, but it has more PP, that's the important part, if you will, as well, you know. I just really like that, to be honest. Now, here, this bridge is the, sort of like the second part, if you will. So, this part is like very strong wild area. And, like, you're obviously supposed to go over there. Like, that's the entrance to the, as you can see, that staircase kind of thing. You know, that's where you're supposed to go. And, you know, and then you progress, you beat the, you get the whole intro, whatever, and then you go beat the forest gym leader, the grass gym leader, then you go beat the water gym leader, then the fire gym leader. You know, you circle back around, and then you're supposed to come down here. That's what you're supposed to do, but they still give you access to this area this early on. I just don't think you're gonna have much luck battling anyone. So I'm trying to avoid Pokemon because obviously I don't want to, you know, run into anyone, but we've got those Pokédolls and we really need it. So, you know, obviously I'm trying to avoid Pokemon. Obviously we can't get the Gyarados because we can't surf or anything at the moment. Also on that island, I think there's like a Gallade on that island. Maybe sometimes a Gardevoir, but I'm pretty sure it's usually a Gallade, if not always a Gallade. We obviously can't get them yet because we can't surf. We need surf in order to pass by. But that's pretty cool that you can get surf, that you can get Gallade at that point, if you will. That's really nice, I think. You know, so that's really nice. And then, but the main part I'm coming here, as you can probably tell, is that there's a nursery over there. But first, let's do these two. Yeah, this guy, I think this guy gets you better items, but he's worse at it. Whereas the other guy gets you worse items, gets you better items, but he's slow. I don't know, man. I can't recall. Yeah, oh nice, a Firestone. What? 500 watts for Firestone? Oh well. I told him to get like I think it was a Dawnstone, right? I'm hoping so I can get that Gallade sorted. Redbone. What? That's gotta be because of how early I am in the game, man. Surely. Either that or I just got really unlucky. I don't know, man. There's a 6 green there as well, by the way. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Great Ball here. Well, that's a repeating item, though, to be fair. And here's a Nursery. So we can obviously put Pokemon in here. Unfortunately, they don't train up anymore. What it is just you deposit a Pokemon or two in here. You pay them 500 Pokequid as soon as you put them in. And then if you want them back, you just come and retrieve them, if you will. You know, but they still breed, so you can still get eggs from this. So obviously, any Pokemon that we've gotten, any of these Pokemon and whatnot, we can now start breeding them if we wanted to. Well, we have to have the right stuff, if you will. The only thing I'm missing then, properly, if you will, or I say properly, the only thing I'm really missing then is Ditto. That's the only thing I'm missing now at this point. So, you know, that's going to be really nice to get when we get them. I can't even remember where we get them, to be honest. I'll have to find out. Because I usually use other Ditto from like other files or whatever, because I used to try and hunt them or something. Because I hunt them specifically for the natures, you know, because obviously the natures, that's kind of what's important with Ditto. Unfortunately, their Pokeballs don't pass down, so you can't like breed down a Dusk Ball on them or a Love Ball or whatever. You can't do anything like that. You have to, you know, it has to be from the other Pokemon, unfortunately. Fortunately, both genders of Pokemon are like neutral in that case. Like, if you got two different Pokeballs, Tyrogue. No. Okay. Fortunately, both genders, in this case, like male and female Pokemon, pass down the Pokeball equally. So if you've got like a friend ball and a dream ball, for example, on your two Pokemon you're breeding, as long as it's not a Ditto, you'll have a 50-50 shot of getting either Pokeball. The only exceptions are the Cherish Ball and the Strange Ball, technically. Well, the Strange Ball isn't even in this game, to be fair. So the only exceptions are the Strange Ball, the Cherish Ball, sorry, the Master Ball, which will just pass down regular Pokeballs, or the other Pokemon's Pokeball 100%, I think. I think it's either 50-50 with a regular Pokeball, or 100% for the other one. You know, those are the only two Pokeballs you can't pass down, and then the only Pokemon who won't pass down their Pokeball is Ditto, I think. So, you know, say for example you've got like a Ditto with a Sixagoon, for example, and Sixagoon is caught in a Dusk Ball, for example, you will always get a Dusk Ball in that case, regardless of what the Ditto is caught in. Same for genderless Pokemon as well, like Beldum and whatnot, you know, those kind of Pokemon. It will always be their Pokeball, as well as be the Beldum's Pokemon, or the Magnemite's Pokeball, in that case. So, yeah, that's kind of what that is, if you will. I don't really do berry trees, to be fair. I probably should do them a bit more often. 2 Hondu berries. I think, is this a Hondu berry tree then? Oh, okay, it's a bit few of us. I'm going to leave it there because I kind of want to keep these berries. I wasn't keeping track of when it started shaking. Because that's how you like time it, if you will. As soon as it starts shaking rapidly, you can shake it one more time typically, and I find that works, if you will, that you can just shake it one more time and then stop. In that case, I have had a few rare instances, or at least one rare instance, where I could shake it twice and still get berries from it when it's shaking rapidly. But in that case, I had so few homemade berries anyway that I figured that I really want to just battle the Pokemon instead. So, you know. Alright, what do you sell? Thunderbolt? That's kind of cool of a move, but I don't really need that, to be honest. I should really check everyone just to be sure that I can actually get supplies and whatnot. Yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, like I said, I don't really need to get too much on this file for camping or whatever. So, you know. Oh well. And yeah, this is how you actually go back, or not go back, but this is what they say, if you will. Like, because like I said, you need to earn all 3 badges in order to, well, you need to earn the grass badge to go ahead and earn the water badge. You need to earn the water badge to get the fire badge. You need the fire badge to get past here. So it's not even a case of like you get to pick and choose which one you beat first or whatever, and then you get to go on ahead or anything. It's literally just, you know. I got an adamant. Oh wow, man! I got so lucky with that one, man. Oh, nice. What about you? Timid. Yeah, timid. Wow, I'm learning timid slowly. That's not too bad. I don't think... Is it too bad? I don't know. Isn't Butterfree better especially? I don't know, man. It's just I know that I have a build for Butterfree where I teach them Thief. Because I have Compound Eyes on them, the regular ability on them, and that increases the odds of finding an item on a wild Pokemon. So it's really nice. But on that note... we can fly back. Can we fly? We can't fly here? Oh, that sucks, man. I mean, all the way up here and you can't fly. Lame. But you can fly back. You can obviously fly. You can fly to the nursery, thankfully. So at least I've got a bit of a shortcut. And you can fly to the 2 Pokemon centers of Motostoke. So at least there's that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there in this portion of the video here, and I'm gonna move over to Shield even. So yeah. Because I want to make a better progress in there as well. You know, just show some stuff off there, if you will. So, you know, and yeah, as you can see, it's 12:48 PM at the moment. On the 27th of September. So at least you've got that proof as well, if you will. So, there you go. Alright, see you in Shield. Alright, here we are in Shield. Again, I'm going to show it off anyway. I'm going to show the intro bit off just to show that I'm in Shield now. But hopefully soon, I can focus on getting some red clothes for the file so that you know that it's a shield file just by looking at my character rather than, the intro, if you will. Just I don't have to keep this in, if you will, every single time. So, yeah, that'd be nice. Alright, where are we? Right, the thingamajig station, okay. Alright. Okay, I guess we're going to talk to this guy then. I might as well unlock both of these now just to show them off, because I haven't done anything at this file since last time. I think I meant to, but obviously I've had to, I haven't really had much time to do anything for this, and as well, I've only edited part 3 of the Sword and Shield Let's Play so far. I've edited obviously part 2 of BDSP and Lesser's Arceus, and I need to get part 3 edited for both Let's Players, but. So I can't remember exactly what I've said last time, but what I'll do is I'll keep up to date with all the stuff that I'm saying and whatnot, and stuff that I'm doing, and I'll try and get these 2 files, get all 5 files up to date properly, if you will. So yeah, I'll try and keep all these up to date, if you will. I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about that yet, but I guess I'll obviously. When I edit these videos, I'll then know, okay, I know I need to do that, if you will. And I just really want to make sure that in this video, I get basically everything done that I need to. I get this file caught up to thingamajig, to sword, maybe I get some design clothes or whatever. Something, I'm not sure. And then, what else is there? There's also... what else is there? There's also, I want to show some stuff off, getting my league number and whatever. I don't even know which one I want to do, though, because I have, 2 favourite numbers, but one of them technically can be mirrored. So, I don't know. I don't know which one I want to go with, to be honest. Because I already used 231 on sword. So, I don't know, man, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, by the way, real quick, if I leave here... Avery, we have a battle with Avery here. They're the first ASP boss, or not the first ASP boss, but they're the first ASP boss of the DLC, of the first DLC, so we can't battle them yet, but if you leave this room, then you automatically battle them, and if you wipe out, if you lose, you have to re-battle them, well, you get sent back into here, and if you leave again, then... you have to re-battle them, so you can't do it. The only thing leaving here that it's going to do is just nothing. It's just going to waste your money, to be fair. That's really all that's going to happen, if you will. So, it's not worth it, if you will. There's nothing we can do there, unfortunately. So we have to just do what we can here, if you will. So, what I'll do is I'll leave the Crown Tundra for now, because I want to see what happens if we take that on later on. Especially because I want to do a bit more research on that as well. I want to do that. So, I'm not entirely sure how exactly we're going to go about it, but we'll see what happens in the future. So, because we don't need to go there yet. We can always just go there later. We just take this on systematically. We can go to the wild area. Now that we're here, we can make some progress, and I'll take that area on the Crown Tundra when we get there. It'll be a future area that we tackle, if you will, when we're more prepared for it and whatnot. That's the idea, if you will. So what I will do off screen is I will show off thingamajig. What's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, to be honest. I will show off... I need to change the options from... I need to change the bag. Because I've been doing the other way around as of late. But I will get to the nursery on Shield off screen, because you know where it is, I showed you and whatnot. So I don't need to show that off again, I'll just do it off screen for the sake of argument. For the sake of... Because you know where it is. I don't need to show you twice. except it's in a version exclusive area. no, it's the same area. So obviously, no worries there, if you will. Nothing to worry about, if you will. In that case, we can just do it off screen and it'll be fine. You know where it is. So it's one of those things. Obviously, if I can, I'll take on a few raids as well. Shootle. Well, we have one Shootle. I mean, this one's going to be better, so I kind of need to get more raid Pokemon anyway, to be fair. Oh, we got Jupider as well, nice. Okay, so we at least got 2 water types. Do we really need a third? Probably not, but it's nice to show off, I think. It'll be nice to show off, just another one, if you will. Get more raid experience and whatnot. I mean, like I said, there's more items and such as well, isn't it? So, if anything... Geez, a Weavile! If anything, it's like, it's, I don't even know what's better for you, physical or special, to be honest. Or what's best, anyway. I don't know, I guess I'll go for max Butterfly, whatever, because it's stab at least. But yeah, what's I saying? Yeah, it's nice to take these on because you get ready items anyway, and plus it's another catcher, so what it could be is like I could maybe make a build dex, if you will, which is a step above a living dex, I would think. I don't know, do living dexes typically just catch the Pokemon and fill out the Pokédex, or do they make builds out of them as well? If they make builds out of them as well, then I guess, yeah, make a living dex, but I would rather have a build dex, to be honest. Because then at least then you can use those Pokemon as well in, like, something you might want, like, I don't know, a Galar Store tournament or something, or whatever. Which is obviously later on in this game, something like that, but, I mean, like, obviously, you kind of expect spoilers anyway at this point for this game. But, like, obviously you might want to use it for a Galar Store tournament, or you might want to use it for this or that or the other, whatever, whatever, you just have builds for it, that kind of thing. Which I really should get on with making that, to be honest, is just a build dex. I want to make like a whole build dex, like of Pokemon. Just like I mean, obviously, like I'll need a Shootle anyway, a Shootle and a Dreadnought, which is what they evolve into, But I'll need one from Sword. Like I'll need one from Sword and Shield. I think they're the only. Are they the only games that Shootle are in? Well, I'll mention Pikachu, because they're in BDSP and Lessons Arceus. So, what I need for Pikachu, I need 3 Pikachus, right? One from Sword and Shield, for this build dex anyway, as well. I'm probably gonna take it a step further and even do a whole build dex where, like, okay, I get a Pikachu who needs to be from Sword and Shield, a Pikachu who needs to be from BDSP, and a Pikachu from Lessons Arceus. As well as a few other games, but that's beside the point at the minute. So, like, I need to get all 3. I need to get all 3 Raichus. I need to get all 3 Pikachus as well. Just like there's so much of this stuff to get, if you will. There's so much of a build. I wonder how many builds I'm gonna have to want to make. Like, gosh, man, so many Pokemon I'm gonna have to catch or whatnot. But hey, that's what ASAP runs are for, isn't it? Essentially, Gosh, man. Look, that she's there already. I think she appears even... The sun is right there. I think she'll still appear at Thingamajig as well, right? Can I fly here? No, I don't think I can I? I can't. Okay, well, you know what? I'll research it off screen and then see if she still spawns on both sides. Oh, she gets me over here. Come on, man. Oh, well. Yeah, we've kind of already seen this text, but I'll let it stay on screen for a second if you want to pause and read it. But I've already kind of gone over it. When the hell did Yamper come out of their Pokeball? Oh well. Yeah, league card. Oh yeah, I didn't even check Leon's card last time actually. Gotta make sure I check that in a bit. I say I'm leaving it on for a second. I mean, I don't even know if the quality is good enough for the text, especially the small text. But I mean, I've done something at least for it, so. I think I missed a bit of Sonia's text actually as well. When I think about it. Oh, well, I mean, I watched I watched a bit more of Cage's LP of Sword, and I noticed some stuff I want to talk about actually. So I'll make sure to probably record that. I'll probably record that for this video as well. Actually, to be honest, I don't know, because it wouldn't. I don't feel like it would make sense to record them in parts 3. Well, for 4 and 5 now, because I've already edited part 3. You know, but like I feel like it'd make more sense to record it for this part if I do. So obviously. Like later on, I'm gonna probably interject a little bit with a future portion of myself. Jeez, line up with the PC. I always get OCD about it, man. Probably a bit too much, but jeez, man. Okay, wow, only one Poke job. Did it start like that the other day? It probably did. To be fair, I don't know. But normal types. Okay, 3 normal types. Do we have 3 normal types? 1, 2, technically, Zigzagoon. We don't actually. Wow. Okay, well I guess I'll use these 3 because Rookedy is a flying type, just a pure flying type. I think they're the second pure flying type. The first one being Tornadus, but Tornadus is a legendary. So to be fair, most people aren't probably going to use him, if you will, because of the legendary status. You know, so don't blame because obviously like they are legendary. I mean, obviously it's not cheating, but. It's cheap. That's what it is. It's using a legendary. If, you know, I don't know, if, you know what I mean? It's like just using a legendary like that. It's kind of cheap in a way. You know, because like, I mean, especially if you know the games well. Like, yeah, if this is your first playthrough, first few playthroughs or whatever, yeah, sure, use a legendary. If it's plot, you know, use a legendary. But like, if it's just casual, then it is a little bit cheap. Especially if you've played many times before. You know, it's like, at that point, it's like you learn the game, you know? You learn the game, and it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, you know the game, so surely you don't need to... I mean, it's not an outright ban on legendaries, obviously, it's just... You know, surely you can trade it with your own Pokemon as well, surely you're skilled enough to do that, but... I don't know, man. You know what I'm trying to say, right? I don't know, I mean... I don't know, man. I mean, it really depends on your playthrough too. Because like, if you're doing like a casual playthrough, then it's like, I mean, if you're doing a casual playthrough where it's just like showing off or whatever, I mean, it really depends on like, I don't know. If you're doing a blind playthrough, then I guess. But even then, doing a blind playthrough. Doing the blind playthrough is like, you know, learn the new Pokemon as well. Learn the Pokemon around you rather than... I mean, obviously, yeah, learn the legendaries, but... I don't know, it's quite odd, you know, especially if you supposedly know the games well, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it correctly. It's one of those times when I don't know how to put it correctly, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah. Alright, over here. We can steal one of their Pokeballs, I don't even care. I think that's daily as well. I kind of don't see why not, but... Right, where's the guy that gave us the thingamajig, the sound settings? You? No? I think it's this guy, right? Yeah, here we go. Alright, nice. Just adds an extra reminder, because I forgot myself. Kind of, I mean, I knew it was here, but, you know. But there you go, if you need reminding of where it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, no more, like... How do you get lost in a place like this when like the main stuff is like kind of straightforward, you know? Like, I mean, like, it's like you got the Pokemon Center here, right at the front, basically. You go all the way back and get. Oh yeah, see, by the way, he gives you a charcoal. So I'm glad I showed this off as well because he gives you a charcoal because I picked Thingamajig, Score Bunny. So I wonder as well. Another thing, by the way, is charcoal is kind of known for being sold for quite a high price or bought for a high price or whatever. Because it's worth 4,900 Pokequid in older games. I know it's like much in Gold, Silver, Crystal, and you can actually buy more, you know, in those games. You know, but you couldn't get more Miracle Seeds or Mystic Waters for some reason. I think you just get the one. There might be a repeatable method, but it's not buying them. You can't buy them. You just have to buy the charcoal if you want. You get one charcoal for free, yeah, but you can buy more, you know. But in this case, in the other two cases, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the worth is for these three items in this game either. You'd think they'd all be pretty much the same, but I don't know, man. So strange. Oh yeah, I need to show the league card off. So do we have a league card? Wow, we do. We do. We have a league card. What the hell? Very barren, isn't it? Alright, so we got Leon. This is when did we get this? Today. Okay, yeah. We got it today. We flip it, we get this. Leon is known far and wide for taking part in the gym challenge at the tender age of 10 years old, and even more so for claiming victory in the Champion Cup on his first attempt. Ever since that victory, he and his partner Charizard, because of course it was a Charizard, have remained unbeaten in both league and exhibition matches. He is called the Unbeatable Champion and is a hero to many trainers. He has but one weakness, a dismal sense of direction, but don't worry, wherever he ends up, he makes sure everyone has a champion time. So, it makes it feel kind of a bit bad when you beat him, because everyone's hoping that he's the winner and whatnot, but maybe it's a good thing as well, because like everyone's pinning their hopes and dreams on him, if you will. Like, he obviously doesn't, he doesn't fall under the pressure or whatever, but I don't know, man. Oh, we're gonna have to do this whole bit, man. We're gonna have to battle those, what are they called? Team Yell Grunts as well. So hopefully this video isn't too long. I say that, but we're already at 51 minutes and 23 seconds now in recording. Why? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This seems a bit. I don't know. I've not done. I've not turned on skip cutscenes because, like, for me, like, for this, I don't want to miss anything in case there is something I want to show off. Like, I know there's something I want to show off here. Particularly, what's it called? The gym leaders and whatever. I can't even remember the gym leaders, actually. I can't even remember one of them. Damn, man. Okay, so what do I want to go for then? So I went for 2-3-1 already. I guess I'll go for 3-1 too. Yeah, 3-1-2, which I know is very similar to 2-3-1, because it's basically just a rearrangement of numbers again. But I do have another video up that's I don't know if it's public or not. But I will have another video up at some point that essentially explains why 231 and especially 312, because you might be able to predict why 231, but 312 you might not guess. So, you know. Yeah. But I know I'll have a video up at some point for 312. Do I still have my sharp with me? I don't have it with me, but I need them. Need to add them to the team. Oh, I sent him away, man. Come on. Oh well. This can do Caterpie. That'll still be super effective. Nice. Shell armor. I can use them as well. Can I actually? Yeah, they need a bit more training to be fair than Glowman does. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to do too many more battles. But then obviously we have this going on, so... Yeah, body drop in. Let's just show you as well, in this case. Like, they don't force you over there or warp you over there. Which is good for getting your bearings and whatever, because like you might get a bit lost or whatever. But it forces you to learn the area, so it's kind of nice. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good point actually. I wonder about this. Is it any different in Sword versus Shield? I don't know. I might as well listen as well in this version. Oh, she says real quick, or right quick, I guess. Yeah, give me all the details. No, I think it's going to be basically the same. I don't see why not. But I'm going to get it on camera anyway, just for the sake of argument. Just in case, you know, I want to be safe. If you're like, maybe I'm oversaturating, maybe it's the same text or whatever, but, you know, I do want to get it up on screen, which it does look like it's coming all right, at least on this end. You know, at least on my end, so I don't know if it's coming out well or not, but, you know, if anything, it does look like it's the same. Maybe I should look up, like, you know, a text dump or something for this game. See if it's the same on both versions. Because I know they'll do like, I'm sure they'll do like version exclusive text as well, like or game exclusive text, whatever. Like oh, you pick Score Bunny, okay, here's you know, here's all the versions that like if you pick Grookey, it'll list all the Grookey text first. So if you pick Grookey, it's like okay, here's the text he would say that someone would say if you picked Grookey. Here's the text that they would say, like, and in one case I think like in that case, Leon will get Score Bunny, if you will. So he would say like, okay, Score Bunny, come along with me, in that case. You know, he'll say, come along, it will specifically target Score Bunny, obviously, in that case, if you picked Grookey, in that, you know. And you know, same with Harp, if you will, he'll pick Sobble, in that case. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So, you know, and there's obviously going to be cases as well as like Sword and Shield exclusive content as well. So, like the starter exclusive content, if you will, and there's version exclusive content as well. Obviously, based on whether or not you're getting Sakion or Samacenta at the end of the game. So, you know. So, yeah. It's I don't know, man. What was I saying? It's like, I'm sure they'll do something like that, but hopefully they do anyway. Nearly twice their level. And yeah, I've just got a Caterpie. Nice. Another thing, though, by the way, is I don't know if there's ever going to be a point to have, like, like a Gigantamax Pikachu in the boxes or whatever, for the build decks. Because with Caterpie, with Pikachu, sorry, well, if the Pokemon can evolve, then they can't be moved outside of Sword and Shield. They can be moved to home, but they can't be moved to BDSP, or SwSh or whatever, if they have the Gigantamax factor. So if I have... I think there's 4 Pokemon that follow that. Pikachu, Meowth, Eevee, and Duraludon, or whatever his name is. That Dragon Steel type that Raihan uses. So in those cases, like, I obviously want to make like a Gigantamax build for all of them. But if I make a Gigantamax build, I can't put them into the living decks those 4 specifically. I can't put them into the living decks because if I do, or the build decks, I should say, because if I do, then it means I can't transfer them outside of the game that I need them in. I can still transfer the other 2 over, of course, but the other 3 start. Yeah, I can transfer BDSP and Legends Arceus Pikachu's over because obviously it's not like a build of that, if you will. I mean, I don't know if it's like, I mean, is there ever going to be a time when you need to have a Pikachu build that says came from the Galar region in BDSP, for example? Is there ever a case like that? I'm not entirely sure. If there's like a good enough reason for that, especially when you're making 3 Pikachu builds already anyway, in this case, and 3 Raikus and 3 Pikachus, other Pokemon, other Gigantamax Pokemon are fine, like Gengar and Butterfree and whatever. As long as they're fully evolved and they have the Gigantamax form, that's fine. In that case, because in that case it's like, in that case it's like, in that case it's like, I don't know. It's I don't know, man. It's like, cause at least then they can be transferred over because there's nothing. Because the Gigantamax factor prevents the Pokemon from evolving further, beyond their Gigantamax level, if you will, or their Gigantamax evolution. So I think a Pikachu having the Gigantamax factor would still allow them to evolve into Pikachu because technically Pikachu doesn't have a Gigantamax Pokemon anyway, a Gigantamax form. So obviously they'd evolve into Pikachu, but Pikachu does have the Gigantamax form, so... But I don't even think you can toggle it anyway, unless it's outright the Pokemon that can Gigantamax. I think there's like a glitch with like a thingamajig raid, but they're not active anymore, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate, because I kind of missed those. Didn't really have an awful lot of them, which is really unfortunate, because I was escaping at that time. Around the time of events and whatnot, it really sucks. I missed a lot. Unfortunately, I would love to have a Hatterene or whatever the Pokemon. I'm pretty sure like there was a middle evolution that had the Gigantamax factor, even though the final evolution should be the Gigantamax form. So I don't know. I really would love to have a Pokemon like that, if you will, like the middle evolution with the Gigantamax factor, or even the first one. But obviously, like that one doesn't really. It's not really any different in that case. Oh well. Now, what else was there? I don't know, man. They're just gonna make builds for everyone. Preferably no item builds, just so I don't have to worry too much about having the item or not, or whatever, but like, at the same time, it's like... I don't know, man. I mean, I've kind of already done that with Butterfree and Grimmsnarl, because I have like a few, and the Meowth as well, but I guess at the same time, I kind of want to have them in the safe house anyway as well, just I've got them there, so I don't have to worry about moving them about or whatever. I guess if anything then, for build decks, I should make them like, what's it called? I should make them special in some way. You know, like make them look all polished and whatever, if you will. You know, like all best stats or all hyper trained stats. You know, what else? Like cool moves, hard to get moves or something. You know, just something that's like, you know, this is cool to have, if you will. You know, preferably don't use it, if you will. You know, I don't know, man. I'll have to look into that, I guess. You know, I could get the Slowpoke, the Galar, you know, the Galar poke, and that'll be good for like, you know, I could get 3 of the Galar poke, and then, you know, and then, and then, I can get 3 of the Galar poke from Wedgenhurst Station, and then by doing so, like I'll get 3 of those, and obviously, you know, by getting them, I can evolve 1 to Slowbro and 1 to Slowking, and then by doing so, you know, what I'll do then is what's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, to be honest. Like I mean, I'd have all 3 then in that case, you know. Maybe I could do that with... Oh, do I have skip because it's on? Oh, I do. I think I do anyway. I don't know. Do I? I don't know. Let me have a look. I hope not, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. I think I said that last time and I did have it on, but this time I don't have it on. I don't know, man. I can't even remember, to be honest. If I did miss something, I'll obviously see if I get in there. Because like I said, there's frozen exclusives gym leaders in this game too. It's only like 2 of them, but like two gyms have frozen exclusives. I mean, but you know. No, I missed that. Whoops. I wanted to go check the options. Oh, I do. I do have it on. Oh well. I mean, I've got other files anyway on the go. I've got a file on thingamajig, so I guess I'll show it off on there. But wait, I have Flyer now, right? Not yet. Oh, it's out. It's got to be out here. Yeah, I remember now. So yeah, what I'll do then in that case is well, I guess what I could do, like I've got like I do like I did like this Zelda series, like I said before. I've been doing the Zelda series, if you will, and you know the idea was to do certain parts of it, but I did also like a secret Let's Play, quote unquote, as well to it. And I think I'm going to do that here as well. Well, I've already recorded 1 part for the secret Let's Play of Sword and Shield, but I'm going to do more for a secret Let's Play, if you will, for Sword and Shield. So, you know, like, I'm not just going to record that 1 part, I want to record more, so obviously I've got to make a bit of progress and whatnot in that, but, you know, and I'll show it off there, if you will, in you know, that little bit, if you will, if I can. But, what else? I guess I'll leave a link to that down below as well, just for the sake of argument. But, like I said, it's not going to be out for a while. It might not even be released until the LPs are done. You know, at least until this LP is done anyway. You know, even though I'm recording it now and I'm going to edit it, you know, in a bit as well. You know, I'm not going to record it. I'm not going to release it even for a while. So, there is that. So, which is really unfortunate. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. So... yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's it from me today then. I don't know if there's anything else I need to go over, but if there is, I'll make sure to go over it in callouts. Like I said, next time is... next time is when we, I don't even know. Oh yeah, next time is when we have the teams ready. That's what's gonna happen next time. So that's the idea, if you will. So yeah, I don't know what else there is. I'll make sure to go to the daycare as well on this file, just so I've got access to that. Hopefully I record that cutscene as well. I can put it in here just to show it off. But if not, then oh well. You know, if not, at least it's a secret let's play. So at least it's that. What else? I don't know if there's anything else. So yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a really minky day.